Dave, another gritty, physical, playoff-style game. Did it just take you guys a little bit too long to get into it in that first period?
Yeah, they were a desperate team. They came hard. We didn't. I didn't think we were matching the intensity and kind of the will behind them, and so we got it to even. Gave up one on a neutral zone face-off. They got the lead, and then they kind of pushed it along from there. So it was a hard-fought battle, but we came up a little short.
Your team did battle back. It was a physical game. The refs seemed to set the tone that they were going to let a lot of stuff go, and then the Draisaitl penalty in the third period seemed to be a big momentum change. An interference call on a bang body check. It
on
a
body check.
That one?
An interference call on a guy that just passed the puck in a body check. That's I don't know. It is what it is. I'm not going to comment on the referees. That was. I'll just leave it at that.
Derek Van Dies, Post Media.
Hey, Dave, how important are these games to play these games in the regular season when you have to fight through checks and you have to fight through every inch of ice? How important are they to get them now so when you do get in the playoffs, you're familiar with what it's going to be like?
Well, every game is competitive. I think it's been more competitive on a regular basis through the regular season than a normal year because you're playing teams in your own division. Playoff spots are so important. It's kind of been like a mini playoff series all year. So every game is competitive. I think you'll see that going down the stretch here. Like that team, Montreal, they're trying to get themselves a playoff spot. We're trying to get ourselves a playoff spot. You're going to play hard. I mean, that's the way it is right now. So it's you got to be willing to play that game to be successful. And the more games you play like that, if you can get some success from it, you can push your team along.
And I jumped in a little late, so I apologize if Jason asked this already, but is there an update on Zack Kassian?
Not yet. He's going to have some tests in the morning, and we'll know more tomorrow.
Thanks.
Daniel Nugent-Bowman, The Athletic.
Hi, Dave. Two very similar styles of games. How would you compare your team's work and effort tonight compared to 2 nights ago?
Yeah, they're both tight games. I thought we probably weren't as good for bigger parts of the game tonight as we were the other night, but they're hard-fought games. Hard-fought games. You got to fight for every bit of ice. I thought there was parts of this game I thought we were behind. We weren't making enough plays, winning enough battles that would allow us to play in the offensive zone more.
I'm sure you obviously you don't want to be behind like that late in the game, but how would you kind of rate your team's resolve late and what that kind of means for a group going forward here?
Well, you're chasing the game. You're just throwing everything in the net. We were able to get a couple of goals, so we made it close, but you still lose the game.
Jim Matheson, Post Media.
Dave, did the game turn a bit? Connor got the breakaway goal, and it looked like you were going to get the usual momentum when Connor scores a goal, and they came back in the next shift and scored the goal, and he kept chasing the game. Was that a mental mistake, or how was that?
It was a bit of coverage that we missed. It was 3-on-3, and we just missed some coverage coming in, and that's he made a good play driving outside, driving the net. That's one you'd like to not give up for sure, especially after you just score.
And you did play a couple of forwards. Is that because you just decided that you don't play for another 4 days and you're going to ride your big guns? Because you didn't play Cahoon much, you didn't play Shore much. Some of your forwards didn't play much.
Yeah, when you lose one guy to your lineup, it just kind of breaks the rhythm. So for the majority of it, we got down to 3 lines and just played 3.
Mark Spector, Sportsnet.
Yeah, Dave, regardless of the fact that maybe you didn't like all your game, is your team better for having played these 2 games in the style that they were played? Do you guys get something out of this week?
Well, the games are, you're playing hard playoff style games, so that's good for your team. How you react, how you play in those games. You find out a lot about your players in those games, who can play, who can battle at that level, and so you find out a lot about your team. So you're probably right there. It's good for your team.
Thank you.